My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, o see them yopo.
They are flag bearers. There's something that people are not looking at. And I would like to say this. Every single person you are seeing here who wants to be the flag bearer of the NPP, none of these people is qualified to lead NPP and then to lead Ghana. All the people you are seeing here on my screen, Bakumpo Nima, or what the rights or what the moral right to say, I have the right to lead Ghana or become the flag bearer of NPP. Automatically, every single one of them does not deserve to lead Ghana. The NPP as a political party today, it has lost focus. Now, every single person here you see, they have one way or the other supported every single step of the Akufo-Addo regime. Every single step. Killings, lies, corruption, every single negative word you can find when it comes to governance. All these people on the screen, they have supported it directly and indirectly. Now, the reason why I'm telling you that none of these men, none, is supposed to lead Ghana or be anymore also be the Ghana president is simple. Now, these people who want to lead the NPP today, they are contesting for NPP to vote on them for them to become flag bearers. Now, when you hear their message, when you listen to them carefully, because the party at this point has failed Ghanaians, and the government that is this party's government has failed Ghanaians, they are not able to speak to their party. Remember, what we are looking at now is party elections. But when you listen to them right now, you listen to Bawumia, you listen to Alan Tremantin, you listen to Kennedy, Efriyakoto, Jokati, Kobre Japan, Ejako, all of them, you could see that they are not even speaking to NPP. They are all speaking as they are speaking as presidential candidates. And that should tell you something. It should tell you something. It should tell you that these people themselves don't see themselves as qualified to even convince their party, for their party to have that 90% trust in them, for their party to give them to us as presidential candidates. Now, when you hear these people and when you hear them speak, when you take Bawumia, today Bawumia is telling Ghanaians that what? His vision is different from the Akufo-Addo vision. This is the Mahmoud Bawumia who, at the end of the day, has spoken on Ghana's economy in opposition and in government. This is a guy who has always said that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo regime, the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government, and myself, and what we have done, we have heard Akufo-Addo speak in public, saying Bawumia is the only wisest person in the NPP, because Bawumia has listed policies. Bawumia has listed what? Policies that is helping the NPP. But today, Bawumia catch Ghana for say, the vision is different from what the NPP vision. So when you listen to Akufo-Addo, you will hear Akufo-Addo make such a statement. And let me show you the statement.
Bawumia no, Nakubodi, Yashe Adwina Ashenu, was sent our paper to show that 41 promises made by the MPP and its presidential candidates within 2 years, 41 have already been fulfilled and delivered as we speak now. 41, come on, you.
Watching Mokoto na Omai na Ati said we have zero tolerance for incompetence.
So you see, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo stood on the platform and said, Bawumia has written 40 policies that Onuba Ekufuado and Bawumia they have implemented. Today, Bawumia is saying he has his own vision. Our Onuane vision. Ekufuado's vision is different from his vision. But the Ekufuado Jina platform said Bawumia ni nyansa wa NPP pa. Onu na wa listed 40 policies or no through or no. But today, Bawumia says he wants to separate himself from Ekufuado's vision. That's fine. When you go to somebody like Alan Kodetramantin, we have all seen Alan Kodetramantin, Ejina TV, so Kase, and yet MPP, it has failed, including himself. Alan Kodetramantin has admitted that he himself being a cabinet minister, the NPP as a political party, so Alan Kodetramantin is a failure. And he has admitted it and said it on several occasions to say the party has failed to the point they don't, or Ghanaians don't have to give such a party another opportunity to lead. I did not say it. Alan Kodetramantin is not a foot soldier. He is a cabinet minister. So at this point, you look at somebody like Kennedy Japan. He stands on TV, and instead of him to address NPP problems, he is telling Ghanaians that he's coming for the youth, and he's coming to use agriculture to change Ghana. No, you first have to beat Jogati, beat Efri Yakoto, beat your colleagues. Let the NPP know what you can do, because he knows the NPP as a political party has failed. He cannot even address the party, but their target now is that they don't care about the party. Now they are all scrambling. They all want to be given opportunity to be president. When you talk to Efri Yakoto and you look at him and you ask him, what can you do as if you want to be flag bearer of a NPP, we want to be president? He says he wants to be flag bearer of NPP. His motive is NPP because they told him something when he was a kid that what his father used to be one of the members of the NPP, so he just wants his name to be mentioned. So the NPP that he wants to lead, he has no message for them. All that he wants to tell them is that I've been an agric minister. My father used to be Bafwa Kutu, who was a snitch. So make me flag bearer. Now you see somebody like Jogati. Jogati does not convince anybody. There's nothing about Jogati that you will sit as a Ghanaian and say this guy can come and change anything in Ghana. Jogati has served under Ekufuado as a cabinet minister. Railways, Jogati in his own constituency, he could not change the lives of the people through the railway ministry. Look at somebody like Kobne Japan. Kobne Japan is basically a hypocrite and a sycophant. You know why? This is the same gentleman who stood on platforms in 2020 to tell Ghanaians that Ekufuado Bawumia, this NPP is a government that has done everything right and we have to give them another mandate. Today, he has turned around to tell us that these are fools, that he does not believe that they should continue. Now, the people you gave to us, Nipana Odi Omomaye, so Omo Nyansa, and the Uwa Base, Omo Jibintia for 2 minimum. So when you look at somebody like Kobne Japan, 2020 elections, you see him. So in 2020, he mounts stage, he dances, he tells lies to promote ignorant people who were running the economy down. Today, he comes to tell Ghanaians that he feels there's something he needs to do.
For the party as well as Ghanaians when you case you as well.
First and foremost, I think we have an honest duty as a country to reorient ourselves, to recalibrate our values, okay? I want to lead a lean government machinery, effective, efficient, that delivers to the satisfaction of the Ghanaian people, and also to impose law, order, and discipline, and goes with a drastic penalty regime to make it unattractive for potential offenders. You have the political will to take the difficult decisions that the country needs to be able to move forward. And that's why I'm here. We need a new dawn. We've had 16 years. The leadership of President Akufo-Addo and his vice Bawumia, 16 years, a very long time. And I think the party and the country deserves a new dawn, a new dimension, a new direction, the new energies, a new face that will be able to reconnect with the Ghanaian people and restore the confidence that Ghanaians have in constitutional democracy. And I'm a very multi-layered individual, trained in the ethos of this political tradition right from 1992. I've worked with all the leaders of our party, Dubois, President Kufuor, and now President Akufo-Addo. Worked closely with them in various states.
So these are the same people. You see, when you listen to him, he's speaking as the presidential candidate. He's talking about 40 ministers to rule Ghana. You have not finished your primaries. So consistently when you hear these people, they have played a jandam politics, and the rest down there, they are not supposed to be mentioned. Ejakun, we all know Ejakun's history when it comes to Ameri, the criminal Ejakun who has failed to tell us why he was fired by a criminal like Akufo-Addo. When you go down there at Denimo, he believes that it's NPP, so he has to lead. He does not come with anything. The Apreku also believes it's an NPP born. He needs to be given the opportunity. The question here is, what do they come with? What extraordinary thing do they come with that it is bigger than what Bawumia and Akufo-Addo told us 2012 and 2016? These people there. A dear in Pandekuta Omwa almost said they can do more magic than Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, who basically told us they were magicians, but basically they were jandam criminals. Now there's one thing that is happening in the NPP, and I've told you, none of these faces can because they are parts of the crime. The burnout is any of these people have boldly come out to say Nipa 8 election 2020, the president needs to take responsibility. Have you heard anything? No, because they support it. When they get the opportunity like Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, they'll do it. Have you heard any of these people come out to condemn the government and the party that they promised Ghanaians they will never go to IMF, but they have taken Ghana to IMF and that they have failed? Alan Chamantin said it, and Alan Chamantin knows it's a failure. So he's trying to let the world know and Ghana know that the party is not a party Ghana for us here tomorrow. And so, and the Bawumia catch Alan Chamantin said, Onimi Nyansa uncle to the party for telling Ghanaians to say, Omu nyina failing. Now there's one thing they are trying to do. They are all trying to separate themselves from the Akufo-Addo government. Omu nyina pese omu yi omu nyina free Akufo-Addo dirty government. Now you know the one funny thing. What they are trying to do, they are trying to separate themselves from the government so that people would think that they are basically a new crop of politicians we've not seen before. Now, these are the same people who at the end of the day will want to run on the credibility of Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. When I say credibility, the bad credibility they have been able to carve. Now, under these people, Bawumia and Akufo-Addo, corruption and the destruction of the economy, what they want to do is they don't want to be associated with the government, but they want people to say that during ND's NPP time, Ekufuado de Bawumia time, we see here. But the issue to here is they know Bawumia is a failure. Now, the moment they associate themselves with the party, Ekufuado's government, they are associating themselves with a failure like Bawumia. Now, Bawumia, who is even part of the failing team, the core of the team, he is disassociating himself from Ekufuado's regime. Now ask yourself, why is Bawumia telling Ghana for today that he has his own vision? Why is Bawumia refusing to run his campaign on Ekufuado's deliberate destruction of the economy? Because he knows that he and Ekufuado and these people, the good thing about this list, and I say, Bawumia, Alan Cash, Kennedy MP, of Ifriya Koto, a former cabinet minister, Alan, a former cabinet minister, Bawumia, cabinet minister. Kennedy Japan is more than a cabinet minister. He's an MP. 30 years in parliament. Joe Gata used to be a cabinet minister. And yet, Kennedy Japan, even though he's not an active MP person, 2019, he was on stage endorsing all these people to go back into government. He used to be a cabinet minister. We are talking about Adenimo. We are talking about the other guy in the glasses and the last guy. You could see the race, the people the race is between. All those people used to be cabinet ministers like Bawumia. So the decision they all took to bring Ghana to this point, these are the people who were in the shit. Let me tell you, when e-levy was being passed, Kennedy Japan led e-levy, the passage of e-levy. When they were bringing more taxes to Ghanaians, COVID-19 taxes, Kennedy Japan was in parliament voting to say COVID-19 taxes, pay Ghana for so. When people were killed in Techiman South, Kennedy Japan never spoke against it. A member of parliament, and none of these people was able to speak against it. So when you look at these people and they tell you, say, today, me Alan Chiramante, me Bawumia, me Kennedy Japan, me Jogati, Ifriya Koto, Kobne Japan, all these people, these are people who have run the country down. They are part of the crime. None of these guys is qualified to lead Ghana any day. Because when you see some NPP people following these guys, it is because of what they get from them whilst they are committing the crime in this country. The corruption these people have been able to build, the corruption fraternity or the corruption empire, these people have been able to build. When you see people following them, it is because they want the continuation of the corruption empire they have built. It is all again now, Shemia. You will sit back and ask yourself, say, now in Kofowe, a day but they want to lead Ghana. Alan Chiramante is part of this crime. Alan Chiramante has supported the killings. He has supported IMF. He has supported the taxes. He has supported the COVID-19 scam. He has supported every nonsense Ekufuado has done. PDS, Alan Chiramante, about series of scandals in this country. Alan Chiramante didn't speak. Bawumia didn't speak on it. We are talking about Kennedy Japan, PDS, Ameri. They never spoke on it. Why do you think any of them can come and do something different or prosecute anyone? These are the criminals who have helped destroy the nation. It is through their support. And then another Danko Ekufuado entered the second term and killed, even though he did not win the elections. It is through the support of these people, the Ekufuado, and they're destroying the nation. Because none of these people was able to speak out to say no. The NPP as a political party was not built on these kind of principles. So why are they today all saying they don't want to be part of NPP? They don't want to be part of NPP after they have caused the damage. When you are in this country, when Kennedy Japan was flown from America to come and vote on something to favor these criminals, today he's telling you that he thinks about you. He doesn't. Kennedy Japan on Gino Biahu. Kennedy Japan or Gino Nunquano. Send your beya on Enunquan or Gini. When Kennedy Japan put Ahmed Swale picture with TV, so TV was anyone able to speak against him? No, because they support NPP politicians putting journalists up to be killed. So these are not different. These people should not be able to convince any Ghanaian that I have principles that are different from any of them. They all have the same principle. Let's support criminality. Let's support corruption. Let's support killing. Let us think Ghanaians are fools. Let's take power from them. It is one thing. It is power they need. They don't care about you.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV, dear, I see them, yopo.